Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, September 7th, and today is Group B guesstimate day. So up next, if I had a voice, oh my God. Up next to declare for YieldMax funds. Group B, obviously headed by Platey and Nvidia. So obviously, this is what you see on the screen. This is the YieldMax website. They do break it down. Weekly pairs on the left, Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. Group B is actually the shortest list with Group D. So, but whatever, because Group A has feet and 5E, which is, again, it's weird that they're even in this, grouping, because they're not really, their own covered call ETF. But outside of that, I'd say Group C is obviously the biggest group, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go to the dates, because this week is, so September 10th, that'll be the date that they declare the distribution. They'll do it Wednesday morning, 6:55 a.m. And then 9/11 will be the ex-dividend date. And then, of course, 9/12 payment day, which will be the Friday. All right. So that's that. So like I did last time, I didn't do the guesstimates yet. I didn't even look at them. All I did is prepare the holdings and the group's value tab, and that's it. So we're kind of going to do this together, and it's going to be, whatever, right? I'm pretty beat up from the race yesterday, so this is just going to be a chill day. And we get done when we get done. I'm not in no rush here. No rush to go running or work out, because I'm already beat the hell up, and I'm actually gonna have a rest day today. So let's see. So again, obviously we did Group A last week. Now we're gonna focus on Group B. Okay, so David did confirm audio. I'm assuming anyone on X can hear me. We have about 128 people between both. So yeah, if you're on X and you want to confirm audio, please do, and then we'll go from there. All right, so let me make sure this is all updated too. I didn't even check this. All right, so we got gains per share. So what do we do here? So 8/11 should be the Monday that started the new cycle, right? So if I go to the group's value, I believe I have that here. Yep, 8/11. Okay, so that's the start. That was the start of the cycle, and then it ended on the Friday. But obviously, it pulls up the latest price, which is as of the Friday, because again, we're on the weekend, so it's obviously just going to pull the closing price on the Friday. Now gains per share, it takes Friday, minus the starting date, and then it takes where is it? It does Friday. Where the hell is it? Yeah, Friday. Okay, yeah, Friday plus the last distribution, because it adds it back in, minus the price on the Monday. So this negative 88 cents, that's how much it actually moved in price fluctuation. So again, when you're looking at Nvidia, how much are they going to pay, and you simply look at the gains, there's nothing there. So that obviously does not do any justice. So luckily we have some other comparables, which we'll get into. And let's see, let's go to, because again, we cover Nvidia obviously on a daily basis. So let's pull this up. Let me get the proper zoom. I'm going to do 150 zoom today. It's a little easier for me. All right, so Nvidia, let's see. Okay, so based on the income estimate, they generated 53 cents. We could look at that here, or we could look at it here. It doesn't really matter. So again, they made 58.6 mil. That generated 53 cents per share. All right. Now, again, that showed on this sheet, 53 cents would be a 42% yield. Their last payment was 83 cents. Damn. So 53 cents would be a heartbreaker, right? So we got to think about this. All right. So there's that. And then, of course, we did not even look what's their synthetic worth on the paper, as they say, right? They're synthetic. They have a 165 and a 170, and they're priced like right in between. And you could see here, their synthetic on paper is worth -1 penny. So that obviously is not going to help things. All right. That's not going to do anything for us. So we're kind of stuck with the income and the IV. So you can see the IV is 34. So if we go simply based on income, again, the income they made was 53 cents per share. So if I plug that in, you're going to get a 42% yield. And 42% yield is above the 34% IV. So that's pretty damn good. I mean, I know, look at the drop from the last payment. That's, it's awful. They go from $1.02 to 83 to 53, but still 53 cents based on the current price would be a, 42% yield, assuming I am pulling the right fields. Let me just double check. There you go. Yes. All right. So is that the payment? That's the question. They may juice it up a little bit. Again, 53 cents is kind of low. So you could say like 58 cents would be a 46% yield. The lowest distro ever, though, was 41 cents. If you scroll over here, assuming, yeah, I'm pulling up the latest. So 50, you know what? It's 57 or 54. Yeah, I don't know. It's in this 50 range. All right. I just can't pick one. You guys got one? 50 what? 55? 44%. Yeah, it's 10% more. That's a reasonable. Yeah, I'm going with it. 55 cents. All right. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but hell, is what it is. All right. Up next is Phoebe. We can't spend our whole time on Nvidia. At Phoebe, price per share, again, adding back the distro on X date over the past 4-week cycle, they went down 17 cents per share. Okay. So that doesn't help, right? So now we're going to go here and we're going to go to the group's value. Group's value shows they actually made 39 cents per share, 4.2 million total. Okay, that's pretty good. What about their current synthetic? If we go here, their current synthetic is worth 4.5 mil because, again, their synthetic sits at 740. Facebook, Meta, whatever the hell you want to call it, is at 752, and that's at 41 cents per share. All right, so that's good. So again, synthetic on paper worth 41. They've made 39. So what the hell are they going to pay? I don't know. Their last payment was 62. I think it's going to be a little lower than that. What happens if we plug in 51? Let's see what that yields. It yields about 40%. That's probably a little high too. Again, what was their group's value? 39 cents. So I'm thinking they're going to be in the 40 range, probably like a 46 cent. That would be a 36% yield. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Actually, 46 cents. I don't know what you guys think. All right, let's move on. JPMO, they actually went up in price. There you go. They went up to 20. They went up 20 cents per share. So that's okay. All right. What about the group's value? They did not make any income. In fact, they made negative. They lost money, but that's okay too. Let's look at their synthetic. Let's see. Their synthetic, it sits at what, a 290. JPMorgan's priced at 294. So that synthetic is worth about 1.2 mil, which comes to 32 cents per share. Not the bod. So what are we going to give them? Their last payment was 28 cents. Their IV is not working, so we don't even know what the hell the IV is. So that sucks. So let's just plug in 31 cents for the hell of it. And that comes to a 24% yield. All right. Again, they're at 32 cents synthetic wise, 31 cents. Their lowest payment ever was 20 cents. Again, I added this because it makes me, that helps. It helps to know that they did go as low as 20 cents. You know, if this said like 40 cents, I'd be like, oh, damn, they're not going to go in the 20s. But now they're definitely going to go in the 20s. I think they're going to go like maybe 20, maybe it could be in line with the last payment. It would help if I had the freaking IV, but sometimes, these formulas don't update. When you have too many damn formulas in one spreadsheet, it's Google Sheets doesn't like you. So again, it's going to be in the 20 range in my view. 27, 28, I don't know. I think they like when they can pay in line, and this may be paid in line. If you see, like, look here, 27, then they jumped up to 50, then they jumped back down to 28. So yeah, maybe 27 or 28, man, or 26. I'll leave 28. I know it's boring because it matches the last one, but hey, it is what it is. All right, up next, our favorite one, Murney. All right, they went down 10 cents. Shocker there. They went down. There's an oddball there. Murney went down. No way. All right, how much did they make per share? 2 cents. All right, scrubs. Bunch of scrubs, Murney, Moderna crap. All right, how's their synthetic doing? They got a 30. Moderna's at 20. Oh, good Lord, this fund. I can't with this fund. I don't even care what the guesstimate is. The last payment was 9 cents. Their lowest payment was 9 cents. Why don't we just make this the lowest payment? Their IV is not updated. So I'm going to lower it's going to go down again. I'm going to lower the penny because this thing is freaking brutal. I hate this. I get mad because it's in YieldMax. That's why I talk down on it, because I don't want Moderna. I don't want Murney in my YieldMax, but it's there. Anyway, let's move on. We got to move on. All right, GDXY, how you doing? Well, damn, you doing good. All right, gold killing it. All right, 169 they went up in price, so that's good. Check. Now, what about the group's value? Where the heck you at? All right, no income. They lost 5.6 mil. That's okay. Let's go to their synthetic position. And hello, their synthetic is 54 strike. Oh boy, GDX 66. Holy crap. Wow. Synthetic on paper, 327 per share. As a GDXY holder, this is your chance. This is your chance to get a nice distribution. All right, so let's see. Their lowest ever was 33, okay? Their last payment was 60. I think it's going to be more than 60. Their IV is 34, though. They're not, I don't see them paying $1. I really don't. Maybe, what is like 91? I just want to see, not 71% yield. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't even know about that. Well, three payments ago, they did pay 84 cents. Maybe I'll go in the high 80s, 87, 68% yield. I mean, again, look at the synthetic per share, 327. Group's value, well, no income. That's the thing. If they made income too, then damn. But again, they don't have to pay any specific amount, but they did go up $1.69 per share. You want to give them 100% yield, but you just can't. I don't see them ever doing GDXY 100% yield. So this is a tough one. This is not easy because I'm almost at double the freaking IV. So I feel like I have to lower it a little bit. Damn, 81. What's 81? 63% yield. I don't know. There's always a surprise. Let me go back a few payments. 37, 72. See, they never pay really that high. They did have that 84-cent one. So I guess they can pay 80 cents. It's just unusual, unusual. So maybe they'll pay in this. Should I go down to the 70s, 77? That's still a 60% yield. Yeah, it's an increase from last time. I mean, they're whooping ass, man. They're whooping ass. 77. What do you guys think? 70s or 80s? We got what? We got 284 of you that are live, 285 now on X and YouTube. By the way, if you want to help out the channel, feel free to retweet this if you're on X, or if you're on YouTube, obviously you could reshare. But yeah, if you have an opinion on any of these guesstimates, again, we are live. Take advantage of it, right? If you have a thought, 77 or 81. That's what I'm in the middle right now. 77 cents or 81. Pick one. Go. Next comment wins. Go. Good morning from 285. Oh, 290. All right. C-Car Guy says 77. We're going to stick with 77. All right. We got to move on now. BABO went up $1.30 in share price. Well, hello. So far so good. Let's check out the group's value. BABO. They lost 1.2 mil. All right. It's all right. How about their synthetic? Their synthetic is a 120. And oh boy, that looks pretty. BABA is at 135. Their synthetic is worth $1.87. So another good one. This is going to yield definitely more than their IV. Their last payment was 75. What are they priced at? 16. Again, it's going to be in the same range. We're going to. Their IV is a little higher though, so maybe we give them the 81, 65. Or maybe 79. It's just tough. These are going to be close. BABO and GDXY. Again, what was their but GDXY actually did better. But the IV on this one, it's a tough. The share price is lower though. Ugh. Yeah. The struggle is real. Plus, I'm kind of brain dead. I'm still tired from that freaking race. And the baby got up again. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it. I don't care. All right. This is the one you guys have been waiting for, I'm sure. P to the L to the T to the Y. Are you ready? Look at this. Oh, my goodness. This is not good. Wow. They got their ass whooped. Holy crap. They were at 77. They dropped to 59. They went down $10.49. I mean, ouchie. So that's not a good start. Let's see the group's value. All right. Platey has generated an income of $1.29. Okay. $1.29. That's not bad. That's pretty good. But for Platey standards, it's what the hell's the point, right? So what about the synthetic? Again, we track Platey on the daily, so they're over here on the left. What's their synthetic doing? Their synthetic is worth $5.16. Okay. So, we're in a little bit of a dilemma here because we do have now fiscal year ending on 10/31. So supposedly, right, if we look here, Group B, they're going to pay when? Where the heck are we? 9/12, right? And then Group B pays again 10/10. And then their next payment is after the fiscal year ends. Can they count this towards the fiscal year though, right? That I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know who to ask, honestly. And I'm not sure if I care enough to ask, to be quite honest. But let's just assume no. The next two payments are within the fiscal year, and that's what matters, right? So is there a holdback? Is there a credit carry forward? All right. Is there, I don't know. Again, the price is at 59. Do they have to pay out more, than they already did? I think so. I'm going to go with yes. I think so. So obviously, if we base it simply on the IV, and this, $5 is it's the midpoint. $5 is the midpoint. If I plug in $5, you get 108% yield. Wow. 5 flat. I told you guys, I think yesterday, I'm between 3 and 7. And I don't know what to do. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what the hell to do. I put in 7. There's no freaking way. 7's not happening. So let's get that out of the equation. 3 is a 65% yield. I don't think they're going that low. Although they did pay $256. So I probably shouldn't say they won't go that low. But again, if they can only pay this out in 2 more payments, which again, I'm not even sure about that, then you would figure it's going to be around $5, right? But again, at the same time, like they paid $7.49 last time, and they're doing well. But I don't know. I got to do 4s. I got to do it. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I feel like it's going to be 100% yielder though. So I'm going to give it like a 465 maybe. Yeah, that'll put it at 101. Yeah. Again, this is a tough one. I wanted to give them 5, but you can't. I mean, you can. I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows in this video, but hey, you get what you get. You don't get upset, right? Anyway, thank you guys for being live here. We're now up to 353 between X and YouTube. I know it's early. And by the way, I've been talking about and considering on occasion throwing a daily YieldMax trade update at nighttime, either between 6 and 7 or between 7 and 8. Obviously, if there's no baseball. But I'm thinking about it, going live. And you got, some people may be interested in that. All right. So anyway, Shoe Dog Photography, 575. Damn. I mean, it's possible. It is possible. I don't know. I'm probably lowballing. All right, let's move on. MARO. All right, they went down 55 cents. Damn. All right, what about the group's value? MARO, they made 22 cents. Yeah, that doesn't really move the needle. But what else we got? Where's MARO or MARO? Synthetic on the paper. Not good. Their synthetics in 18. Mara's at 15. Ouch, man. Oh, damn, they've been getting their butts kicked. So that's really not good. So we have the group's value now, 22 cents per share. Wow, whoop-de-doo, right? And then price-wise, negative. So this is not going to be a fantastic payment. Their last payment was $1. That was the lowest payment. If we make it $1 again, that's a little more than their IV. And you figured they're going to pay their IV. Do they want to go under $1 though? They've never been under $1. So, that's something to consider. They may not want to go under $1. It looks like they tried not to last time, but they may have to give in this time and give you maybe, let's say, a 96-cent payment, which would be a 69% yield. I'm going to go with that. All right, last but not least, dippity-doo-dah, dippity-day, dip. What a wonderful day. All right, dips went down or up. I'm sorry, dips went up 39 cents. Sorry, I'm just so used to the inverses going down. Dips went up 39 cents. Dips also did not make any money. Now we also look at their synthetic position, and that's in the negative. So prognosis negative for them. No soup for you. So what is their payment, bro? What is their payment? I mean, who cares, right? Who really cares? Not me. All right. Probably in line with the last one. Again, they've been paying 17 cents. So what the hell's another 17 cents? Let's see. God damn. That would be a 33% yield. Their IV's at 34. I'll give them 18. I'll give them a boost up. I'll give them a whole penny up. There you go. You got a raise. You got a penny raise. Congratulations. All right. So that's it on the covered call ETF portion. Again, big ones. Platey, I have at 465. NVDY 55. Platey being the winner at 101% yield. All right. I am not prepared for the weeklies either. Well, I'm not really prepared for anything on this video, to be honest. But hey, who cares, right? Who cares? All right, so YieldMax, they're going to pay based on what Group A paid last week. So if I go over here, I have this little calculation I'm doing. Is it right? Who the hell knows? It says 13 cents. So 13 cents is what goes in. And let's see. Last payment was 10. Payment before that, 13. 16 before that. 13 cents. What's the yield? 55%. That kind of makes sense. 13 cents does kind of make sense. So I'm going to keep also GUI had a massive payment last time, right? Where the heck they at? Actual yield. No, that's not GUI. Duh. Yeah, GUI had a 65% yield. So Tesla's 66% yield, GUI 65% yield. I mean, I think we're looking at a decent YieldMax payment. YMAG payment, sorry. I didn't even get to YMAG yet. But YMax, I think 13 cents is doable. Now, YMAG, which is, again, why we looked at Tesla and GUI. Oh, yeah. See this? 22 center right here. I don't know about that, but let's see what their last payment was. 8. Oh, my God, that's ugly. It's going to be high, though. Is it 22 cents? I don't know, man. That's a lot. I'm gonna have to lower this sucker times 85%. Sounds about right. 18 cents. Yeah, I'll give them an 18-cent. Should I lower YMAX though? They were 10 cents last time. I don't want to lower YMAX. YMAG, it's hard. They haven't paid 18 cents in a while. But man, again, if it's based on GUI and Tesla, it's gonna be a high payment. GUI and Tesla both paid good. Whatever. We'll see. All right, LFGY. Let's go. Let's go. I did not look at any of this crap. All right, what does LFGY hold, right? Who the hell knows? A bunch of, degenerate high yield fund, right? Circle. Got Circle. I thought I saw. Yeah, Circle. BMNR. Galaxy. Robin the Hood. This thing's going up. That's a good one. Strategy. Come on. You got to. Strategy's probably going down on freaking Monday because the stupid S&P crap. Then we got this cash. This should not be here. Why is this not updating? Yeah, the IV's not updating either. All right, what? Oh, there it goes. All right, good. Is all this updated? It is. All right. So LFGY, let me go all the way down. Average IV, 58%. Solid. Payment based on that IV would be 38 cents. So if I go back to the tab here and I look at the last payment, it was 44. Before that was 44 and then 41. So they did go, I don't know, man. I don't know. 40. How about 40? 40 would be a 61% yielder. Again, their last 4 payments, 44, 41, 44, 44. So I think 40 is okay. I'll probably give them 41 or 42. All right, 41. We'll give them 41 is a 62% yield. I don't know if anyone cares about these, these weeklies, but hey, if they do, here we are. Come on, man. I don't think it doesn't really matter. All right, GPTY is not updating. All right, let me fix the zoom back. Let's go back down here. Where the hell are we? All right, I'm just going to go based on history and yield. So GPTY, their last payments, 29.30, 29, 29. Well, that's easy. 29. 34% yield. Okay, that's easy. All right, SDTY. Again, these are also kind of just based on history. What I'm noticing on these, they try to have a similar payment. They're trying to avoid too much fluctuation, at least from what I can tell. So SDTY, I think all of them, I'm just going to put the same payment, right? Because in price fluctuation, they didn't really move, to be honest. I mean, SDTY stayed flat. So SDTY, I'm going to give them the same payment. I'm going to give them 19 cents, all right? Consistency matters in this high yield world. QDTY, it looks like it did go up in price. Again, we do have the price fluctuation here. This takes, the day -6. Obviously, does it add in the distro though? No, it doesn't. So, so it's even more. So QDTY, I think they're going to pay a little more. So what are they paying? They were paying 19, 19, 28, 28. So they'll probably pay 28 or 29. That would be a 34% yield. RDTY, 31, 39, 45, 45. I'm going to put them back down to 39, back into reality. That would be a 45% yield. So 19, 29, 39. Wow, perfect. 1, 2, 3. All right, up next is your boy, Alti. All right, so let's go. Alti funds. What's Alti holding nowadays? Affirm, Applovin, right? Is this Applovin, Applovin. I'm sorry, McLovin, duh. All right, CoreWeave, Robin the Hood, Oklo, Reddit, yeah, nothing new, nothing too exciting. But let's just check out their average IV. Their average IV sits at 70%, and the payment based on that would be 7 cents. Again, it's I don't think they're going 7. Their last payment was what, 9? So they did their best to stay at 10. They're doing their best to stay at 9. Are they going to give up on 9 already? There's only been 2 payments at 9 cents. So it's between 8 and 9 cents. Let's just see what the yield looks like. 9 cents, 85% yield. 8 cents, 75% yield. Okay. What if we do 0.0? I know I usually don't go out third decimal, but 0.085. Yeah. 0.09. What do we do? 0.0875. 82% yield. Or are they going to keep it at 9? What do you guys think? You know, because again, they do go out to 4 decimals, so I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you got? What do you got? You got 8 or 9? Give me something in the comments, guys. 8 cents or 9 cents? Casey says 9. Sunita says 9. Grumpy Toad says, good morning, Josh. Al says 9. Stimpy says 9. Oh, here we go. We got an 8. How to invest. All right. Brother says 8. Al's going on the sell price. All right. So we're kind of mixed. We're kind of mixed. And it's not helping me. You guys are, you guys are like almost in the middle. I think we got more 9s though. So judging on how long they stuck out the 10, I think I got to give them 9. I think I got to do it. What do you think? Yeah, I'm giving them 9. Another reason you could think about, again, if you go to Ulti, look what they own. Look what they got in there. Where is it? Robinhood. You know what Robinhood's going to do on Monday? Moon, baby. You know what freaking Applovin's going to do on Monday? Moon, baby. What else are these suckers? I don't know. I don't know what these other suckers are going to do. But, that's a little help. Again, we looked at this the other day. I think they're only 10% of the fund, but still, it may help it. It may be in that consideration. So, again, 9 cents. Let's just go with 9 cents. I know that was a lot of yip-yap for 9 cents, but hey, Ulti's the fun one, right? All right, chippity-doo-dah. Let's go to chippity-doo-dah. Chippity-doo-dah. Chippity-day. Again, this is a bunch of nerd chip companies that we don't really care about, or I don't. And then they got the cash ticker, always got Texas Instruments. I love it. Always, reminds me of high school, the graphing calculator. Yes, I'm that old. All right, 37% is the average IV on chippity-doo-dah. That would come to a 38-cent payment. Is that accurate? Let's look. The last payment was 38. Payment before that, 39. Payment before that, 39. Payment before that, 40. I'm going to go in line with the last payment and give them a 38-cent. I mean, damn, they're at 52. Oh, wow. Okay. Chippity. All right. They may pay more than that, actually. Yeah, we're going to get a surprise payment here. 42. That doesn't really, yeah, I don't know, man. We got to give them something, man. But usually the weeklies, they don't try to shine too much, But I got to give them a little something. Let me go back 8 payments. 38. What's the highest payment ever? Wow, Chip, this will be the highest payment ever, 45 cents. All right, guys, I need your help again. What's Chippy paying, if you care? Does anyone care here? What do you say? Grumpy Toad, I think he said 38 cents. I love a lot of yip yap. Well, that's good because this morning it's pretty much mostly yip yap. Grumpy Toad, 38. Yeah, I'm not giving them 38. That's the last payment. You know, they went up a lot. Look at this. They went up by $1.13. They're at 52. They launched that freaking 50. They launched that freaking 50. They're getting 40 something. 45. 43. What do they usually yield? I don't even know, man. Their current yield is 39. You guys are boring, man. I thought you'd give me a 50 in there. All right, I'm going to give him 43. We'll give him 43 cents, which is a good payment. It's a really good payment. So this fund has been doing good. All right, last but not least, the newest weekly fund, Salty. All right, how you doing, Salty? What are you doing? All right, what are they doing? They got a little Adobe action, Broadcom. Okay. Cash. That's cash. All right, whatever. Average IV. Where are you? You're way down here. 70% average IV. That comes to a 65-cent payment. Their last payment was 70. Okay. 65 actually makes sense. But let's see what it looks like. Crap, where'd it go? All right, 65 cents would be a guesstimate yield of 69. I think they want to yield in the 70s. I'm pretty sure that's what they did last time. So if we give them about a 67 payment, that would be a 72% yield. And I think that's that's a comfort level right there for Salty. So 70 to 67. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys care about Salty? Salty. All right. Sorry, I left that comment up. Whoops. All right. Anyway, so that's the update, man. We got time, man. It's freaking Sunday, and I got other work to do too. But let's talk about Group A. I want to see house money update. I don't know if I gave a house money update last week, but it's so freaking busy. All right, so house money again. Total distro from Group A, assuming we're picking up the latest payment. Yep, we are. Is Tesla at house money? And again, this is no drip. This is just comparing the launch price to the total distributions paid. All right. So Tesla has paid back 86%. 86% of their launch price, right? I know it's been a struggle, right? This fund it's the godfather, right, of the funds. It's what started it all. It doesn't perform the best, that's for sure. But again, it has paid back 86% of the original investment. But it has been out 1,020 days. All right. So obviously, it's taken quite a while compared to these other all-stars who you guys see. They pay pretty quick. OARC has paid back 72%, GUI 51%. Now, GUI, let's check out GUI. All right, let's look at GUI. Their current price is $13. Again, they launched at 20. All right, they've paid 10. So, they're doing all right. They're doing all right. What about Zomo? Zomo, this thing friggin' stinks, I guess. This is not accurate. Why are we showing? Yeah. I'm just plugging in 20. These stupid things. I don't know why the launch price shows 40 on, like, where does that even come from? All right, whatever. Zomo paid back 38%. All right, a little better. Ybit 60%. Snowy 67. TSMY 43. Robley, I didn't carry the formula down. 4%. Feet and 5 27.20. All right, so that's that. Again, Group B, they're coming up next. Obviously, NVIDIA's a beast. They paid back 168%. Phoebe is getting really close. They're at 84. And Platey, bro, How much do they even need? What? Probably $3. Let's see. Actually, duh, I could just did the math myself. Where's the launch price? 49. No, 50. Yeah. I mean, they just need like $2. And they're gonna pay you back 100% after this payment. So that's an easy one. BABO is at 51. Even Murny's at 56, but you know, Murny's just rough outing there. Again, then Group C, we got Coney at 153. Misty's either, you know, dominating at 205. And then you got the weeklies. YieldMax paid you back 66%. YMAG 59%. Now, I would say there's probably a lot of people that did buy these at inception because most people, they were waiting for these, you know, to come out. And then Ulti 69%. So Ulti's a fan favorite. Ulti is clearly a fan favorite. Ulti and Misty are the two most popular funds here. I think someone, oh yeah, let's do some Q&A, but Silverliner is asking for a recap. So we shall do that. Let's go real quick recap. Nvidia, again, these are my guesstimates. Are these going to be accurate? Probably not. You know, are they going to be close? Nobody knows. We won't know until Wednesday morning at 6:55. And by the way, you'll have that whole day to buy into the fund and qualify for the distribution on the Friday. This is just for fun. And this is fun. I'm having fun. You having fun? I'm having coffee. By the way, I'm taking a sip of coffee. There you go. I'm good. All right. Here we go. Nvidia, 55 cents, 44% yield. Phoebe, 46 cents, 36% yield. JPMO, 28 cents, 21% yield. Murny, 8 cents, 57% yield. GDXY, 77 cents, 60% yield. BABO, 79 cents, 63% yield. Platey, 465, 101% yield. MARO, 96 cents, 69% yield. Dips, 18 cents, 34% yield. Where are we? Sorry. YieldMax is 13 cents, 55% yield. YMAG, beating YieldMax. Oh, yeah. 18 cents, 63% yield. LFGY, 41 cent, 62% yield. GPTY, 29 cent, 34% yield. SDTY, 19 cent, 22% yield. QDTY, 29 cents, 34% yield. RDTY, 39 cents, 45% yield. OT, 9 cent, 85% yield. Chippity-doo-dah, 43 cents, 42% yield. SOTI, 67 cents, 72% yield. All right, that was a lot. Oh man, I need a nap now. Now we'll just go to some Q&A. Hey Max, welcome. By the way, guys, if you have not subscribed to Max Convexity, you need to, right? He's the options guru in this YouTube space. Lots of years experience, knows more than freaking everyone for the most part. He's a book of knowledge. So go check out his channel. And Max, if you want, just post your YouTube channel in the. I'm sure most people obviously subscribe to you already here, but hey, you never know. There could be one or two, right? We know Wolf does, right? Silverliner probably does. Who else we got? Grumpy Toad probably does. Marcia, not sure. Thor's Hammer, I don't know. But either way, yeah, go check out Max's channel. He's a good dude and a good YouTuber. Show him some love. All right. What else we got? Let's just do some Q&A. We're 44 minutes in. We got 535 people between YouTube and X. And yeah. So Grumpy Toad agrees. He likes Max's channel. Sunita, you did not subscribe yet? Oh no. Oh no. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. No, you do. You do. Let's see. I assume Wolf is being sarcastic, right? Let's see. Yeah, Max goes live all the time too, so which is cool. I try to jump in when I can. Yeah, so any questions? Let's see. You're welcome. How did your options do this week? I did that yesterday. I didn't hit my goal. It was a low trading week. Market's been too green, and I'm running out of covered calls to sell on, so I'm waiting to do some puts. Interesting. You followed him on X, but not YouTube until now. How's the race? Yes. No, it was outside of it being so damn far away. It was awesome. I love it was in a stadium, the Eagles stadium, unfortunately. Not a fan of the Eagles. Not Eagles, I'm sorry, Phillies. But yeah, you do all the stairs, and they have like 20-something obstacles. I did do the monkey bars. I was happy about that. But the rings I fell my ass. But yeah, I'm hurting. And it was worth it. Absolutely. I try to do one each year, but thank you for asking. Someone said I should do a high yield dividend Spartan race next year, because there's a lot of people in the tri-state, or maybe people willing to go. And it's actually it's a pretty cool idea. We can make a team. Grumpy Toad, we got a question here. Wait, you didn't see GDX? Hold on. GDXY. 77 cents, 60% yield. I'll keep it up right here. There you go. How's that? I'll keep it like this. There you go. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, we had a question. Why is that? I can't see it. It's on the screen, though. All right, question. How many positions do you hold, Rod? Same question for everyone else. How many positions? Well, it depends what account. I only hold 3 in my options account because it's only options. I trade MISTY, TSLL, and TNA. The other account is all the weeklies. It's all the weekly payers and MISTY. So that's pretty much the gist. How many in the other account? 20, maybe. Thank you. Yeah, of course you are, Wolf. Come on. Even I knew that. All right. Brother owns Coney, MISTY, YieldMax, PLTY, and WPay. Oh, look at you jumping in the WPay. I did buy 10 WPay. Not going to lie. Like I said, the Round Hill funds, I think they're overrated, to be honest. They're just 120% leverage, and they pay out a dividend. I mean, I get it. You can't. It's hard for you to get to do the same thing, which, on their part is a smart idea, because it's a lot less maintenance on the fund. They pretty much just set it up. They do the leverage. They pay you out every week. I mean, whoopee freaking do. But again, if you look at the underlyings they own, right, and you're bullish on the stock market, you're bullish on those underlyings. To me, I don't want the individual underlying. I want the basket. So now the basket that they have is WPay. So they have the basket of all of the funds, which are on 120% leverage. So now, again, we're bullish overall. You would think most people are bullish on those funds that are within that. You know what? Let's pull it up. I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to pull up some Round Hill. Okay, where are we? Let me bring it over. Here we go. All right, so they're under weekly pay. So here's their fund. Oh, damn. They have more funds than I thought. So this makes WPay even better. All right, so they got Palantir, Robinhood, Tesla, MSTR, Nvidia, Coin, Google, Apple, Avgo. Hell yeah. Sweet. Did they have that before? I'm sure they did. Meta, Amazon, Berkshire. I didn't even know they had that. AMD, could care less about that one. Netflix, Microsoft. All right. This, I'm even happier with my WPay purchase. But think of all of these funds. Are you bullish on all of these funds? If you are, now you're going to go up 100, we'll just say 1.2x, right? You're going to go up 120%, whatever the movement is of those underlyings, and you're going to get paid weekly. So I think it's a cool strategy. I mean, again, it's not a covered call ETF. It's not even close. It's just leverage. But again, the individual I'm not doing. The W pay, I'm doing. All right, I'm doing. All right, what else we got here? I think YieldMax should create a fund for you. Yeah, then I can retire, right? And then I could get my own little options trader and yell at them all day. What are you doing? Sing Cappy Doodah to him, sing Gold Digger. Hey, I'm in. I'm in. All right. How many different accounts do you have? I have my 401k, which is at work, but I don't talk about that account. And then I have these two main accounts, Dividend Car, and then my options account, which is called the Retire Now account. And then I have a Robinhood account where I just buy I buy Bitcoin and MSTR daily. So I guess 4. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just overrated. Like I said, I think they're just overrated. Sunita, did I read earlier that you want to review Rexshare's FEPI and AIPI? I used to have them both. I think I'm just going to do FEPI. Sometimes I did both. Sometimes I did SEPI too. But FEPI being the oldest fund. I'm going to do like I'm even going to do the prospectus again. I don't know if they've ever redone the prospectus, but I'm going to do a FEPI video. I'm going to hope I can get to it today. And I'll post it either today or tomorrow. But yes, FEPI. Because I think that fund's underrated although I don't even know what the assets under management are. Oh, damn. Steel's going after the W payers. 0. After hours, W pay. Yeah. W pay, again, they have Robinhood. So, I mean, bam. They have Avgo, who's been doing good. They don't have that app loving thing. Obviously, that's the other one that went up after hours. All right. Oh, just a heads up, tomorrow, Monday morning show with ROD, I have Pio. He's a crypto guy. Pio Vincenzo. I don't know if you guys follow him on X. But he's he's in the crypto space. He's big on MSTR. He's big on Bitcoin, and he's big on Misty. So similar to actually this past Monday, it's going to be like a crypto, aka MSTR, discussion tomorrow morning. So get your questions ready, crypto related, for tomorrow. All right. He's a good dude. He got me into Twitter or X. Always had X, but he's like, you gotta all I was doing was posting my YouTube videos, and it didn't do me any justice. So now, obviously, I kind of treat it as its own, conversational social media account. All right, let's go. Ethernet. Got your Ethernet cable going. All right, what else we got? Any questions? Or should I call it quits? Are we good now? Yeah, I had him on. I don't know if you saw it. He covered Ulti with me. But yes, absolutely. I'll have him on again. His schedule's hectic, similar to mine, so it's really hard. Obviously he does pretty much just as much YouTube as I do, if not more. And I think he has 2 kids like me. He has a full-time job like me. So it's really hard to get our schedules lined up. Tom Lee, fanboy here. BMNR is going to run like MSTR. It'll just take longer than I hoped. What does BMNR do? Is that the Ethereum one? Crap. When was that video? I have to go back and watch it. It was actually, I think it was a Saturday morning video. But I'd like to do an interview with him on the Monday morning show, honestly. So that'll be I think better. That way you guys get to know him. Who else? Who else we interviewing? Didn't we say? We said we're interviewing Sunita, right? With her 25,000. Who else? One of you guys, Grumpy Toad. All right. Thor had a question yesterday, but he forgot. All right, Thor. I'll give you like 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go. Because people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, the video is so long. I'm not watching this long video," but they don't realize like the last 15 minutes are just blah blah blah, right? Yes, I'm gonna have Todd on for sure. It was 40K. Damn. See, but yeah, no, I wanna interview Todd because I want to ask him about his account. You know, about the whole thing, his margin, when he started. I think that would be a good interview. Please get Scott again. Yeah, I mean, well, the problem is the Monday morning, I'm trying to get away from fund managers. Well, not only, it's highly unlikely a lot of fund managers would even do 6 a.m., but I'm trying to give it a break. I want to interview like real people. We love the yip yap, and that's good. Cooper's the adventure. Yeah, that was the guy that asked me to go on his channel, but I don't think the times are going to work out for us. Dang. No, I mean, I'll ask Scott again. I will. I just, you know, I think they want Mike K to be the face, but yeah, I have fun with Scott for sure. I'll do what I can to get him back on. My goal preferably would be Jay and Scott for a Christmas interview, Christmas week. That's my next goal for them. Okay, this is just a term. People, I swear, people just use that for like, you know, clickbait, right? NAV erosion. Okay, what the hell is that? You know, the underlying went down. Okay, so the ETF went down. Okay, they paid out distribution. It came from the cash. Okay, you know, again, as long as you know how the funds work, who gives a crap what everyone has a different definition of NAV erosion, right? So I don't personally, obviously, I think you guys realize I don't use that term. Oh yeah, cue the music. I always forget that. Damn. All right, sorry. Thank you, brother, for reminding me. Yeah, Eugen, he'll be on soon. Race was awesome. I'm sore as hell. Long day yesterday. I got up at 3 to do my video. Had to drive. The drive was like 2.5 hours almost. Yeah, exactly. I'd be lost without you. All right, we got 629 people chilling Sunday morning, 7:30 a.m. Just like, they're like, why am I listening to this dude? What the hell is he even talking about? We're not even talking about anything. But who's in for the next year's Spartan race, the high yield dividend, or the rod? I don't even know. I can't even think of a fancy name. But we'll have a race next year. You guys can all go do it. You have to train though. Thank you, Grumpy. That's right. Total return. Have a good Sunday, C-Car. Right to the party, Florida, right? Jim. I don't think I've seen Jim here, but welcome, Jim. Welcome, Doug. Yeah, if you look at my thumbnails, they're always the same. I'm sure that does not help me, right? My thumbnails are the same every day, and then obviously I have the one on Sunday, which is different, but it's the same every Sunday. So do you think that matters? I don't even know. I just get the same, you know, you guys are consistent, and I appreciate that, but I don't really, unless it's a new video, I'm not going to change the thumbnail to say like, oh my God, Misty, what did you do? All right, let's see. All right, well, Sunita's out. I don't know about, come on. You can do it. You can do it. only like 3 miles, 3.2 miles. Two people from Fort Lauderdale. Won't you be my neighbor? Yeah, first Sunday football. Normally I'd be like so pumped. I'd be taking off Monday for work. Now I just don't care. I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a crap. I'm a Giants fan, but sports, they just mean less and less to me every year. I just don't give a shit as much. And that goes for every sport. I mean, I was a huge football and basketball fan, but not anymore. Nikki, do you go to the beach often? That's a random question. Which way's the beach? As he flexes. Yeah. Well, she got something we don't, right? She got something, you know, she can show the peeps. Haters be hating? Who's a hater? I don't think well, I probably do. I don't know. I haven't seen many, but I'm sure they're out there. Whatever. What are you gonna make fun of? My spreadsheets? Okay, have fun. Yeah, you should listen to many others. There you go, Z-Dubs, Giants fan. Wait, Nikki, you're from Jersey? That's good. I didn't know that. Unless maybe you told me that. I don't know. NFL, yeah, that's all it is. It's a distraction for people. And I get it. It's a break, you know. I'm in a fantasy football league, so I have to follow. But I'm just like, whatever. Exactly, Vladdy. You just got my point. Yeah, it is. I'm not, yeah. And for many reasons, but I won't go there. I would prefer the same thumbnail for different topics. Nikki, the Jersey girl. Yep, see? Sad Jets fan. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Go Broncos. All right. Princeton area. All right. That's where I work. Well, I probably shouldn't have said that, but that's the area I work in. All right. Anyway. What else we got? Knicks going to bail out. I'm in New York, so it's Knicks, Yankees, and Giants. Okay. All right. So Z-Dubs, you could do the race because the next race is going to be in New York, probably. Don't forget the like button. I believe, isn't that the wrestler? Bo Dallas. Chiefs fan. I got Mahomes on my team. Probably going to suck, but we'll see. Started listening to you November 24. I learned a lot from you. Up 40K a month now. Damn, good work. Good work, Tom. Well, I had fun and it's just chill now. Chiefs will start. Probably, right? I don't know. Whatever, man. All right. Yeah, bouginess over here. Nikki's bougie. Bougie lady, right? I'm sure that was I know they got good schools up there. All right. Anyway, I think we're going to end it. But I'm not going to do another recap, but I'll just pull up on the screen what I had my guesstimates at. As always, guys and gals, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So I hope you had fun. I hope you were entertained. If not, come back. Come back when? Tomorrow for the morning show. Again, we'll have a guest, the crypto guest. You may not know him, but you know, he's on X. He has a YouTube channel with his team. They do a morning show every day, and sometimes he's on it, sometimes his team's on it. But that's kind of how I found him. You know, they're pretty. They like all crypto, right? Not just Bitcoin. So they're into all the crypto stuff, which is, you know, it's pretty cool. It's like a morning talk show in a way. But anyway, what else? You know what I say? Not financial advice. I said that. It's fun and entertainment, right? If you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Outside of that, it's keyword time. So keyword time. We got to do the keyword. So what does that mean? It means if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the freaking keyword. What is the keyword? Anyone? Sunita, what'd she do? Oh, she's going to bed. You didn't wake up. You woke up just for this? All right. We got to get a keyword. What do we got? Yip yap. Yeah, pretty much. We're a show about nothing, and we yip yap. Yet some people still return. Just got here, haven't gone to bed. Oh my goodness. All right, what do we got here? About to nap after this. Wow, bunch of lazy bums here. Bunch of nappers. All right, we're just gonna sit here until we get a keyword. Nap? Keyword nap? I won't get the freaking nap. Keyword is nap. Grumpy Toad called it. Everyone's going to bed after this, apparently. All right, so if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the keyword. The keyword today is nap. Hey, you said it, not me. So yeah, go take a freaking nap. And but no, if you're watching on X, you got to type it in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, you can type it in the live comments, but you also have to type it in the main comments. And the reason is that way we know you made it to the end of the video, right? That way I know, and all these other suckers know, you made it through an hour and 7 minutes of nothing. Show about nothing. So that deserves, some credit. So you got to type in nap down below. Nap is one of my favorite things to do, to be honest. But I miss that the most. Once you have kids, you can pretty much forget naps until they get older. But yeah, anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to work on a FEPI video. Like I said, I'll get that out today or tomorrow. And then tune into my 6 a.m. interview with PO. I'll do a tweet about it today to remind you guys too. But yeah, come with some crypto questions. But yeah, it'll be fun and entertaining as usual. I'm out of here. Have a great day. Later.